together.
Okay. All right, so as you heard there, Craig is now recording. I want to welcome you all to the April meeting of the Awake in the North Council. Within our recording room here, we do have Anya, the Chancellor of Member Services, or Member Affairs. We do have Callista, who is our Chancellor of Public Affairs. People are bouncing around here. David Atlas, who is our new Chancellor of Information Technology. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit. We do have Finn, who is our Chancellor of the Emissary Program. We have Galaxy, who is Yes, because she does it. We've got Russ, who is our Chancellor of the Treasury. We have why did Anya move places? Anya's moving places and messing me up. We have Becca, who is our Chancellor of Military. So we have a good selection of chancellors this evening. Unfortunately, we do not have a Hydriton. Mike is at work. He will be popping in and out as he's able. And our Chancellor of Regnbui It is dismissed for the evening. We are joined by a chair this evening of Sprinkle, who is the chair of PR. Is that right?
Yes.
What are you actually a chair of? Remind me. PR? Okay, yeah. She does a little bit of everything, so it's hard to keep her straight too. So we've got a good selection of folks that are here. We're going to do it a little bit different this week. Normally we go alphabetical A to Z. Tonight we're going to go ahead and start backwards and go Z to A instead. So let's go with Miss Becca. How are you doing tonight?
A little better than yesterday, but exhausted, but in a lot less pain compared to yesterday. Thank you for asking. How are you doing tonight, Beast?
Less pain is always a good thing. We like it when you're in less pain.
I like me when I'm in less pain.
Right. What do you have to report from your position for this month?
So right now I'm working on a write-up, an official write-up for the comms position, so that if not for the position, but related to the position of citing old texts in regards to the significance and sacredness of beards, which is in the works. Nothing new to report. I love all the applications that are coming through with military and all the people that are interacting. The military room and Discord has been popping lately. That's awesome. It always makes me so happy to see our military members interacting with each other, because it's kind of a roller coaster. Sometimes it's really quiet. Sometimes it's sometimes it's really busy. It's just how it works sometimes, but nothing too new. No bad news. Just working on some things behind the scenes. I think we're still working on redoing the beard application stuff, but that still stands where you have to be an active member for 90 days. So Once that happens, I'm ready and willing to work on stuff for y'all and working on some new stuff with each of the pages, like last meeting, where each page or each link on the military part of the page is going to have its resources and whatnot. So we're still working on that, gathering more information, but nothing really new to report. Nothing bad to report, like I said, but all's well and so far steady.
Sweet. How many new military members have we received since last month?
A lot. It's a lot. I want to say it's probably over 10 at this point.
Okay.
I know that last week I had 7 new cards to do. And I think I got 3 or 4 more, so we're just over 10, which is awesome. It's great.
Groovy. All right. And then what is exciting for you this week?
I'm going on vacation next week with my wife to come out to Missouri. That's what's exciting.
Yay.
And I get to see my uncle and my brothers and my sisters. So we're all, Heather and I are both super psyched about that. It's been a long time coming, and we haven't had a vacation since 2017. So this is super, super, super great.
What year were you born?
That is not for the public's business to know.
Oh, yeah.
Long enough ago that I know better.
Pretty sure my
And you
last
do it
official
anyway.
vacation. Pretty sure my last official vacation was before you were born.
I was born in 1986.
Yeah, a little bit before you were born. So, all right.
And with that, I love you guys, but I have a very early wake up,
Yeah.
so I'm probably going to head out. I'm so sorry, but
You're
hopefully
fine.
this shouldn't be an issue after next November.
Right.
So
Good. Thank you very much for giving your report. Have a good night. Give Heather our love.
I will. Have a good night, y'all. Thank you so much for all that you do. You guys and gals are amazing.
Good
night, Becca.
night.
You rock.
So let's continue on and move on to the wonderful Russ.
All right. And I hope I'm not on mute.
You're not?
Nope.
Okay.
How are you doing tonight?
I am excellent. How about you, Beast?
I am
You have the
okay.
long beard. All right, on to the not so fun numbery stuff, because numberies are kind of important. March on the whole was similar to February. February we netted a loss of 107.68. March we netted 117.17 loss, so pretty similar. Patreon bumped up from 200 to 217, which was nice. I think that's the first uptick in Patreon since, it's been a few months. I guess January technically was an uptick from December, but we had been on a downward trend since like September of last year. So
Now,
nice.
I'm gonna interject with you right there for just a second, because on the happy note, as soon as it loads here, our Patreon this month has done amazingly well. And if I can get the darn thing to load,
I think it's
maybe.
up to 19 patrons and $3.90 a month in estimated.
Right. Right. It's not loading on my machine, but we are up to quite a few patrons now, and a almost double chunk of what we had before. So
Yeah,
that is amazing.
Look, last night it was at 19 patrons, $3.90 a month total. So awesome job, Beast, for promoting the bejesus out of that. I had to think of a word that was PC, and I wasn't going to have to get muted
Right.
on.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Sorry, go ahead.
No worries at all. No worries at all. March, we did have a few sales from Beast's fabulous ATM store. Hoodie, a Havamal, and a long sleeve, I believe, totaling out to 101 and a little bit of change on receipts. That's fantastic. That was probably our biggest month for store sales this year. Actually, I think even back to the last couple months of last year, since we had any substantial sales on that. Yeah, December was at 166, and it's been quiet since then. Otherwise, all things considered, March was decent. April is actually looking pretty good. April, we are right now at a net gain of 250. That was through a couple days ago, so through the 18th, I want to say is the latest on that one. Patreon had bumped up to 243 for April, the 390 being predicted, I want to say, for the following month. And let me look at a couple notes real quick. The first quarter of 2022 is wrapping up with March. Overall, we netted a modest loss of $95 and a little bit of change, so not too bad. We're kind of holding steady there. Patreon's total income was $654 and a little bit of change. The store, I want to say March's 101 was the only purchase from the store for the quarter. And projection wise, we So my bad. I forecast 654 in and 634 out for March. We came in at 540 in, so way low on that, and 657 out. So we're spending about as much as we thought we'd spend. We're just not quite we're not quite bringing in as much revenue as we thought. I'm going to guess Beast changes to both the store and the Patreon tier levels will, fingers crossed, kind of remedy that.
Hopefully it will help.
Otherwise, things are going okay on the numbers side of the house. Anybody have any fun questions about numbers? All right, we'll take silence, the big old negative, Ghost Rider.
Right. And
Yay
again,
for
like I say all the
upticks.
time. Wait, sorry, go ahead.
Yay for upticks.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Yep. As I say always, and I cannot say enough, thank you for dealing with all that, because that is stuff that just goes over my head, and I can't deal with the numbers. So we appreciate you more than you know.
You got it, Beast. You got it.
All right. So going up the list, of course, we're going to save the best for last, so Galaxy can go later. And that brings us to Finn. Finn, how are you?
I am still awake, so we're doing good.
That's a good thing. You
Why-
had an event since last time we talked.
Yeah, I had a gathering last night on Discord. It actually went really well. There was at one time we had a total of 10 different people popping in and out, and got to talk a little bit about the emissary program, and it was more just a kind of a meet and greet chit chat, get to know some of the members, and to them, we had a couple of the new members pop in, and they asked questions about offerings and different things. So Callista was in there, so we were able to answer some of their questions for them. So it was a good time last night.
Cool.
Sprinkle popped in for a little bit. Do what?
That was really cool, and I was going to ask you about that after a bit, but not the event I was asking about. You had an event.
Oh, that event, the Highland Games.
Yeah.
That one was a big learning experience for me, switching divisions, going against some of the best guys in the world. So finished 8th against those guys, so it wasn't last, but
Speaking part.
and then I am ranked 82nd in the United States right now, or in North America, which is a big deal for me because it was, and apparently my youngest child just landed a speaking part in The Music Man. So
We all heard that, yes.
so
Congratulations.
so yeah, he just auditioned for that yesterday. So
Very cool. Very cool. So all kinds of groovy stuff happening for you and the fam
Yeah.
out there. That is
my wife
awesome.
my wife is in Florida with our middle daughter at the cheer all-star worlds competition. So down there doing that thing, the worlds is a big deal. You have to be invited to go. So got
Very cool.
that off. So
Very cool. As for the emissary program, you had your event last night, which was awesome. I don't have to ask you about that now because you already said. How many active emissaries do we currently have?
I believe we're up to 6 now. We added Sprinkle today.
Congratulations.
Yay! So, have a couple events coming up. Sprinkle with the book club. Considering, and the book club, I haven't got to go to it yet. I'm going to pop in. Just my life is hectic. And then Suzanne and Kate do the Hobbit and tying it in with heathenry once a month. That is coming up on, I believe, the 27th.
24th.
24th? Okay. Yeah.
Is it 24th, 27th?
Let's just scroll up here and look.
Yeah, 24th.
Yep.
It's
Okay.
the last Sunday of the month, so 24th.
Stop because there's in it.
Yep. You can stop reading now, dude.
Alexa,
So
stop.
we have, and then I have another event. I've kind of scheduled one weekly just to sit down because with the way the new members are coming in, I guess, faster than everybody can process. So I figured for a while do a weekly meet and greet, and that way we can see if we can get some of the newer ones involved coming in. And that's kind of where we're at right now.
Sweet. So it sounds like you've been really busy doing stuff, and that's amazing. I'm really excited to see the emissary program grow and become a thing, especially with summer coming up, and we can actually do live events and such too, which will be amazing.
At my event that was scheduled for this weekend, the Pride Picnic, we had to move the date. That it's been updated on the calendar. It has been moved to May 7th. So it was just a scheduling thing, being able to get the shelter houses.
Right.
So we're able to move that.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much for all that you do. We appreciate you. Let's move on now to our newest Chancellor. It's my pleasure to present to everybody Mr. David Atlas, who is our new Chancellor of Information Technology. David's been working with me behind the scenes a lot. I'm sure more than he wishes that he had to, with getting everything back up and running with the website and introducing new things. And basically any kind of tech question I have, I go to David, and he either has an answer or finds an answer quick. So it's been very helpful having him on board. David, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Good. Did you relocate the alligator out of your driveway?
We did not relocate the alligator out of the driveway, although I didn't see it today, so it might have relocated itself.
Got it. For those who don't know, David lives in Florida and has an alligator that has taken up residence in his driveway. How big is your farm?
160 acres.
Yeah, so there's plenty of room for the alligator.
Yeah, it's 160 acres with about 100 of that being swamp or close to swamp. So plenty of room for alligators, and I'm sure there's a few more that I have yet to meet.
So what reports do you have from the world of information technology?
Oh, all kinds of stuff. Where to start? We got the new member system up and running, and I think most of the gremlins out of the system at this point. We're still having a couple of issues with the automation software to bring that the new members that get approved over to WordPress, but that's mostly because they put strange characters in their names that WordPress doesn't like. Other than that, we got the new education system started and up and running-ish. Been doing a bunch of improvements to the website and how people interact with it. Setting it up so that the right people are seeing the right things at the right time, and that's been a lot of the focus right now.
And it's been amazing, the changes that you've made. And I appreciate the heck out of you. Because, like I said, it's very seldom that I come with you a question and you don't know the answer. But on those strange occasions that you don't know the answer, you search it out and find it quick. And that is very helpful. And I appreciate you so very much.
Yeah, I'm glad I could be helpful.
All right. That brings us to Callista. Callista, darling, how are you?
I'm all right.
How are things in Canada?
It snowed Monday. Came like a blizzard, so that was fun.
Because Canada.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be about 80 degrees Sunday, so.
Because it's Canada.
Yeah. Yep. yeah, things are all right. Things are in bloom, and we have several mated pairs of birds on our property, and they've been a joy to watch every morning. So that's been nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What reports do you have from your position?
So, on the editor-in-chief side, made a call last week to start taking submissions for the summer newsletter. Got a few people already who have said that they are going to be sending me things. I believe I have a couple things already in my inbox. So I'm really hoping that with the uptick in membership, which I will touch on again in a second, I'm really hoping that will help feed the newsletter a little bit, get us a little more content, and really kind of broaden the spectrum of things that are being submitted, if that makes sense. As far as the Copacabana goes, I have to say that I am extremely proud of every single person who has been dealing with this honestly kind of crazy influx of people coming in. Everyone has been amazing and just really showing what we're about. And as PR, like I can't ask for anything better, like it's just amazing to see everyone responding and getting active and talking to people and just really upholding that ideal that Awaken North wants to uphold. Still working on the meme thing. Work's been kind of crazy, so I haven't really had a chance to actually sit down and type it up, but it's all up here. Sprinkle has, of course, been incredible, as always. She's been right on top of things and honestly beating me to the punch a lot of the time. So she's just amazing. Kira has done an amazing job so far in her new position as chair of TikTok. And we, I believe, have her to thank for the influx. And she's been posting, like, she started a thing now with the Heathenry in Action. She's starting, which I believe has a lot of promise. And I'm really looking forward to where that goes. And I think that's all I have.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I know you've been doing an amazing job. And especially with this great influx, as you mentioned, of people, all of you have been doing amazing. I second that sentiment. So it's been good. When does our newsletter come out?
June 15th.
Cool.
Yeah.
So anyone who wants to have submissions into you should have them in by
the 6th.
June the 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yep.
Alrighty. We appreciate you. Anya, with your pretty cottage background. Is your mic on? Your mic's not on. Please hold. We'll experience technical difficulties. And Anya popped out for just a minute to get her computer running. While she's gone, let's take a moment to give a shout out. Here she is back now.
Oh,
Hello. There she is.
okay.
You good?
I don't know why it does that sometimes. Yeah, it's a new laptop. We're getting to know each other.
Got it.
How's
How's
Every
you?
once in a while it decides it does not want to handle sound anymore, and that's just that.
Yep. That happens. Galaxy's computer does it too. So what news from your realm?
Oy. Yeah, it's been a chaos storm, but we're dealing with it, and yeah, I can't thank everybody enough for all of your help because I could not have gotten through all of those apps on my own. We're finally pretty much caught up on the app standpoint where the ones I'm processing now are just from the last day or two, which is where I prefer to be. But yeah, we had and I haven't even been counting the ones that have come in the last few days. But in basically a 2-day time span, we had about 87, give or take, apps come through, which was crazy but amazing. So I'm still getting caught up on group requests that have resulted from the influx. We're getting close on those. Discord is a hoppin' place. Love to see it. Um, I'm I'm
Anya,
hoping that we'll get yes.
um, just to interrupt you and correct you, because
Okay.
unfortunately you are incorrect,
Okay.
and I feel I need to correct you in public so that the public can know just how awesome you are. You said 87?
Ish.
Yeah. David actually made a tracker,
Ooh.
and not counting the 14, 15 apps that are currently sitting in their waiting right now,
Mhm.
104.
Ah, yay! Look at all
So
these
not
happy new
not
people.
quite 87 like you're saying. You've done so much more than just that. So I want to make sure you're getting the credit where the credit's due.
Well,
We're
I
actually at
had a lot of help.
104 at the moment. So
Um, yes. So with the awesome changes to the Discord, I'm hoping that we will be able to unlock some actual data soon that will kind of give us more of an idea as to growth and interactions and such, similar to Facebook. It does have that capability, so it's just a matter of getting us to the point where we, qualify to have that. Kira can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how I understand it. Is there's some bars we have to hit so that they
right.
let us see that stuff. But that being said, we're at I believe it 519 people in the Discord, which is a lot and amazing. As far as the groups go, let's see. Get my page to load again. The public group, in the last 28 days, we've had 239 posts and comments, which is great. Our viewership is down a little bit. We've had 3,545 views, which is down 58% versus March 22nd. But honestly, I kind of expect that to see, some spikes here and there and then it'll lag a bit. So not really concerned about that. It's still, if you look at the graph that I'm looking at, there's still peaks consistently in that viewership. Members group, we are up to 213 total members, not counting the 15 requests that I'm still going through, which is up 5.45% versus last month. And requests have been up by a large margin. We've had 32 membership requests in the last 28 days.
Cool.
Yeah, huge spike. I feel like I'm a broken record, but it's just like, holy crap, people coming out of the woodwork, and I love it. As far as interaction in the members group, we're up 10% versus the last 28 days before this one. We have 176 that are considered active members, which is the majority of our total membership in there. Becca is still winning, with Thursdays being the popular day. Everyone loves the hammer post, which is great. It gets a lot of people interacting. We get to see people's faces. And yeah, that's where we're at. I'm still kind of wading through the tail end of the influx, but we've got our head above water. So
Well, very awesome. Those are good numbers to have and good reports to have, and I
Mhm.
like those. So now we just need to get them all involved,
Yes.
get them interacting and such, and that would be amazing. So, okay, well, again, thank you for that. Let's give a quick shout out to the chair that is here, Miss Sprinkles, down at the bottom, or at least on my screen down at the bottom. Sprinkle, hi.
Hi, good evening. How are you tonight?
Sprinkle has been an amazing chair that I'm pretty sure here soon the Chancellor is going to be fighting over, because she kind of helps out all around and does a lot of stuff and is amazing. She's also the one who runs the book club in the Discord chat, which last week had how many?
13 was our record high. However, Heather had computer issues, so had she been able to stay the whole time, we would have had 14, I think, at one point. I'm just saying. We got real close to a whole 15, that number. That's my goal for tomorrow.
Okay. And I'm sure with all the hype and such we've seen about it, I'm sure it'll be 15, if not more. So.
Yeah. I have a lot of members that have either ordered the ATN book, they have them all off the ATN, or they've gone ahead and grabbed Dr. Crawford's version, which is the one we're reading right now. So it's been excellent.
Yep, it's been great fun. So we thank you so very much for all that you do, because you do so much for us, and it's amazing.
My pleasure. I'm glad to be here.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of people who do enough to get by, I mean, a lot, that brings us to the lovely Galaxy.
You're so kind.
I know. It's a gift. Galaxy has some exciting news in her life.
Do I?
How are you?
I just moved. I just moved to a very beautiful 32-acre farm that we are still just starting to explore. It's very nice to be here.
And it's only just over an hour away from me.
So you get to see me.
Yep, I already have.
I really enjoy getting to peek over and say hi, and I will see you this week too.
Yep, this weekend we'll be out there and having fun. It'll be amazing. So,
yay.
Okay, so as scribe, let's do your scribe bit first. Do you have anything to report from the scribe position?
Keeping records when you have an influx of 106 applications, and keeping up with all of the emissary paperwork has been it's been exciting. It's new to get used to, but I see all of the paperwork that comes through ATN now, and I'm learning how to keep that in our archives and process any information that needs to be updated. So lots of stuff on the scribe front.
You're doing an excellent job of it too.
I also just got a bunch of downloads today. I was pretty excited to add to our library. So I will be doing that this week as well.
That's one of the other things I wanted to touch on real quick. When folks are asking for the Adas or the Sagas or the Havamals or the whichevers, we need to be better as a group at directing them to the Awaken the North website, the Grand Library. We have all those there for free to download on the website. We don't have everything, of course, but we've got a ton of stuff. And folks can go to the website and just download it for free.
Indeed. It's a growing library.
Yes.
Good reminder. Thank you.
Yep. As for our discussion list, what is first on our agenda?
We're missing a chancellor this evening, but we should introduce our new chancellor of Ragnabuyet.
Right. We do have a new chancellor of Ragnabuyet. Unfortunately, Brad decided to step down due to personal health and life issues. So we have replaced him with a very lovely young lady, Christy, is now the Chancellor of Ragnabuyet. She was not able to make it this evening due to work obligations, but she will be at the next meeting, hopefully. Y'all can find out about her on the website and by emailing her directly at regnabulyit at awakennorth.org.
And I believe our chair Sprinkle did a spotlight on her as well. You can find that on all the socials.
Correct.
Next on the list is our need for some chairs, and that also leads us to the really cool new applications online. We need a merchant chair, a biopic chair, an emissary chair.
On his screen is doing some wacky things, and it's kind of cool to watch.
You get distracted. Squirrel.
Yeah, sorry. She was there, then she wasn't. Then there was this really pretty black and white pattern in front of her cottage background, and paisley, I think it's called. But yes, definitely a squirrel because I'm tired. Okay, chairs. We are in need of chairs. Pretty much all the chairs. We have a lot of positions that do not have chairs. The position of PR that does have a chair can always use more chairs so that we're not dumping everything on poor Sprinkle. Anya with Member Affairs needs a chair. If you have any desire to be a helping, functioning part of Awaken North and their inner workings, definitely fill out an application. The application is found online on the website in the About Us section. Just fill out which position you want to apply for, and we'll discuss it with you from there. You do have to be a member for at least 90 days before you can apply for a position with Awaken the North, and you must be willing to pass a background check. If you're good with both of those, then hop on the website, fill out the application, and let us know.
Speaking of the website, we still need members to go online and update their information.
Yes. If you have been a member for Awaken or with Awaken North for a bit, on the website, again, under Member Portal, it gives you the option to update your profile. If you have not done this yet, we do need you to do this. You're missing out on a bunch of communications and interesting stuff with Awaken the North by not updating your membership there. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything except for like 2 minutes. Update your information, hit that submit button. That will give you access to the member-only sections on the website, as well as access to the member-only sections in Discord and on Facebook. And it comes with some really cool other perks and benefits that are reserved for members, such as starting next week, beginning next week, I will be giving away a free set of runes to one random Awaken North member. Just cuz.
Yay.
If you're not a member yet, go on there, fill it out, become a member. If you are a member, then sit back, relax. You don't even have to do anything. We're going to randomly draw a name to send it to. So it'll be great. But if you haven't updated your information, then you're not on the list and you don't get it. So get on there, update your information, and we'll be good to go from there. What's next?
Time to get serious. Our Hydriton is not here this evening, or he would have brought this up. So I'm going to hand over to you the bylaw edition.
We are wanting to add a new well, do we have enough here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We do. We have 7 of the 11 chancellors present at the moment. So we do have a majorum for this edition. Mike was kind enough to sit and draft out a revision or an addition to our bylaws that I would like to ratify into being. If I can find
Mike also precasted his vote, so we can count
right.
Mike's vote.
That's correct, yes. The wording that he is wanting to add to the bylaws is section 4.1.3.4.1.4. ATN believes in seeing a person for who they are in the present and not judging from the past. However, there are certain crimes against humanity we cannot overlook. While most offenses can be recovered from, we feel that violent rape and harming children are two we not willing to see as redeemable. We do not see that there is any way that these harms can be made right, and to protect the whole of our membership, we reserve the right to deny membership to anyone with this background. Further, if discovered after membership is granted, this will be cause for revocation of membership. We would like to add this to the bylaws. That covers us in the future from situation that we encountered recently. That doesn't need to be gone in detail about, but this puts it in our bylaws to where we have a leg to stand on in the future as well. So, of the present chancellors, can we get a yay or a nay? Or all in favor say yay?
Yay.
Okay.
Yay.
Yay.
All right. Any not in favor? Nope. Then, as we do have the majority of the council, it has passed. Galaxy, go ahead and get with Mike to let him know to add that to the bylaws, and it will be good.
That leads us to one final discussion.
Okay.
It was brought to our attention in adding this that we want to be cautious with the word inclusive.
Right. I know inclusive is the buzzword right now, and everyone wants to be inclusive. But the simple fact is, by the definition of the word inclusive, we are not, nor do we want to be. We are universalists. We welcome most people. We do not base your membership at Awaken North on your skin color or your sexual preferences or your gender or anything of that nonsense. However, for the protection of our members, I will not allow known racists or known pedophiles or known, basically, not good humans. If you're a good human, then you're more than welcome to join us at Awaken North. If you're not a good human, then we really don't want you. So what we're wanting to do is change the wording of the bylaws from inclusive to universalist. Does anyone have questions on that?
I'd like to bring up the point that we also do judge based on religion. It's just the nature of the beast. We are a heathen organization, and so we aren't openly welcoming other religions.
We do not deny folks based on the religious part of it, though.
Correct.
Because we do have other religions that are already members of Awaken North. We have Wiccans, we have Hellenistics, we have Buddhists, we have others that fall under the pagan frame there.
Okay, that makes sense.
We do have the ability to decline a member or decline someone seeking member status based on their individual actions and their views of other races and religions. If they're coming here just to cause issues, then no, you cannot come in. If you're coming here to learn, study, and grow, regardless of what religion you practice, then the door's open. Come on in. But we do reserve the right to refuse service to anybody based on a case-by-case basis. Any questions? Thoughts? Comments? Emotional outbursts?
It's the intent to effectively rebrand all related or tertiary communications. For example, use the specific noun universalist in place of inclusive in all, like, social media.
Correct.
Okay.
In the bylaws, in the social medias, in the website, it's going to be an undertaking, I know, because it says inclusive in a lot of places. But we want to swap inclusive for universalist. How do you feel about that?
Personally, no concern. I don't really see a lot of difference between the two terms. Personally, I understand the point, though. And just reinforcing the fact that we are not truly inclusive by nature. So, sure, it's reasonable.
There have been, one of the things that brought this up is there have been some arguments with some dyed-in-the-wool racists who I have told personally, no, you cannot come in. Well, you say you're inclusive. Well, yes, we're inclusive for good humans. Well, by the definition of the word inclusive, you're not inclusive and you're lying to everybody. And that got me to thinking, and unfortunately, they are correct. We are not inclusive for everybody. We will not allow neo-Nazis in our group. We will not allow pedophiles in our group. We will not allow people that are not good humans in our group. Therefore, by the very definition of the word, we are not all-inclusive. So in order to prevent issues of that nature in the future, it's a smart idea to change it to universalist instead of inclusive.
I think you're right. From a certain standpoint, it is unfortunate that distinction has to be made.
Right.
But from a PR standpoint, yes, absolutely, that needs to be looked at, because that could cause an issue. So, I mean, we're on the same page in terms of changing the wording. And I think as long as we, make everyone aware that the core belief that, regardless of where you come from, like who you love, whatever, like you're welcome here, is not changing. So, I'll get my team on that. We'll draft something up.
Awesome.
And yeah.
I appreciate you like always. Anything else on our agenda, Miss Galaxy?
Just to acknowledge the work that has been done on the new website, which is mostly you and David. I know a lot of us have done some back support and side support and filled in our own sections when necessary, but it's coming along great. The store is growing daily. And some congratulations need to go out, and some acknowledgement to you specifically for doing the things that you do for us on a daily basis.
A lot of it's been David.
So,
David's been a big
Hail
help with all
Chief.
work. So, yep.
And the guy on the tractor with the gator.
Right. All right. Anything else that we need to discuss tonight? Does anyone else have any other questions, comments, concerns, emotional outbursts?
Book club's tomorrow.
Yep. Book club is tomorrow night. This is correct. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
So awesome.
So awesome.
So awesome.
Okay, then with that,
I had something, but my tired brain cannot think of what it was, so it must not have been that important.
it's okay.
We'll add it to next month.
There you go.
Yeah. Do you have healing potions?
Oh no.
Because there is a bridge in the first chapter.
No. Why do you hurt me so?
Because I love you. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to a close. As soon as I find where can I move my bot commands to. There it is. All right, I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to a close as of 9:30 p.m. on 4/20/2022. That's way too many 20s altogether. We're going to go ahead and tell Craig to stop. We will see you all next round.